Hey y'all, Data Guy here, and today I have a video that's a little bit different from my normal data engineering focus concept, but one that is close to home for me, which is how to become a sales engineer. That's actually what I do day to day. I work with a data engineering product, but I am a sales engineer, and I love it. And I think it's a job that not a lot of people know about, and more people should know about. So I wanted to, in this video, just discuss what do sales engineers do, why would you want to become one, and then also give you a basic roadmap on what skills you'll need to have and how to interview right to get a job as a sales engineer. So hopefully you'll leave this video with a great understanding of what sales engineering is, if it's the right career for you, and if it's the right career for you, how you can get started working towards that career. So without further ado, let's dive into what do sales engineers do and who are they? So the day-to-day of a sales engineer is really focused around customer engagement. You're going to be spending most of your time meeting with potential clients, often working alongside an account executive, sales reps, and there you're going to be listening to and collecting customer requirements, answering questions they might have about your product, identifying pain points about the product or service that you're selling to them. It's also a lot about understanding the customer needs, so conducting discovery sessions, which are sessions where you just talk to the customer, understand their technical environment, business challenges, objectives, which then helps you tailor a pitch and solution. Let's leap into the next biggest part of your job is product demonstrations and presentations. So a large part of a sales engineer's day involves creating and then delivering product demonstrations to highlight key features and benefits and tailoring those demos to mean exactly what that client wants to see, rather than just showing them the whole product and not really tailoring it to what they would like to, what they're interested in. That's why the discovery sessions are so important. You'll also most of the times have to create presentation materials alongside these, so technical diagrams, slide decks to help support those pitches and explain complex concepts clearly. Then you're also a big kind of throughout this whole process is technical consultation. You are meant to be a trusted technical advisor. So, while you are attached to the sales team, you a lot of times want to present yourself as, hey, I'm a neutral technical authority during the sales discussions, addressing questions on how the product works, integration capabilities, and potential customizations, but acting in a way, hey, I'm thinking out for the customer's best interests. Additionally, you'll also be working a lot on solution design. So working with the clients to design solutions that integrate your product into the client's existing systems, and also a lot of times providing recommendations for optimal configurations. Then you'll also spend a lot of time working on proposal, documentation preparation, collaborating with internal teams to figure out, hey, how do we craft a good proposal, a good technical proposal that will get us a deal, architectural diagrams, use cases, implementation plans. And to do a lot of this, you're going to be collaborating with your own internal teams. So working with your sales team, understand, hey, how do we qualify this lead? How do we give them the right solution for the right price? And then also coordinating with your product engineering teams and serving as a bridge between customers and the internal engineering teams, because most times they're not talking to customers. So it's your job to relay customer feedback to them to help improve products, services, and provide insights on feature requests or potential enhancements that customers might be interested in. Then also problem solving and troubleshooting. You're going to need to, no deal is ever as smooth as you want it to be. So you're going to need to address pre-sales issues like concerns from customers, face challenges during the evaluation phase, like, hey, maybe there's a service that we don't integrate super well with. So how do you design a solution that fixes that issue or removes the need to interact with that service? Compatibility questions. That's your job, is to figure out a solution that's going to work for those clients and answer any concerns they might have so they feel comfortable moving forward with a purchase. And then also providing proof of concepts. So these are more hands-on exercises where you'll give clients access to an account, to a product, walk them through testing the product in their environment with the aim of allowing them to see, hey, these are all the benefits I'm going to get, so that they feel, again, more comfortable purchasing. Then after you've closed a sale, after a customer's purchased, a lot of times you'll stay connected to them for at least the first few months, because you're going to need to conduct initial training sessions, making sure clients actually get started with your product and they don't just leave it sitting there, so that in a year when they realize, hey, we haven't actually used this, let's not buy it or let's not renew, you don't have churn in the next year. And then also educating your internal sales teams on new product features, technical details to help improve overall team performance. You're also going to want to make sure you constantly stay updated. So, making sure you spend time learning about any updates to your company's products, also any products that are really closely tied to the product you are selling. And then it's also can be helpful to pursue certifications or attend workshops to enhance your technical skill and knowledge as well. And those are really your main day-to-day responsibilities as a sales engineer. It's interacting with potential clients, figuring out how do we bring our product into your environment and how do you feel comfortable purchasing this because of all these benefits that I'm going to show you to actually purchase this product. So the next thing I want to talk about are the skills that you'll need to have to become a sales engineer. And it really is a unique blend of technical knowledge, communication skills, and business acumen. It's kind of an all-in-one, jack of all trades type of role. But the first thing that's going to be critical is technical expertise. And this means a really strong understanding of the product or service that you're representing. This means software, hardware, whatever it is, making sure you know your product inside and out. And then also proficiency in the relevant tools, programming languages, or platforms that the product relies on. So, if it's a Python-driven tool, it's a Python native tool, you're going to need to know Python really well. If it's a cloud native tool, you're going to need to know how cloud solutions work. And so for this, a degree in engineering, computer science, related field is typically preferred, but by no means is it a requirement. I'm an economics major and I'm a sales engineer too. You don't need to have a comp sci degree, but having some experience working with computer problems, with having projects that you can point to, and obviously being able to pass technical screens is going to be important. You're going to need to be a very technical resource because that's your role, is being that technical resource, but mixed with really good communication skills and some business acumen as well. Which leads me to my second core skill, which is sales acumen. So familiarity with the sales cycle from lead generation to closing deals is essential. Even though you're not technically a salesperson, you need to understand how do we move customers through this process? How do we get them to a purchase? So skills in negotiation, prospecting, qualifying leads can help give you an edge and make sure you're spending time with the right customers. Additionally, communication and presentation. Sales engineers' job is to translate complex technical concepts into language that non-technical stakeholders can understand. So really strong skills in public speaking, crafting compelling presentations, creating a narrative, and creating persuasive demos are critical to telling that story about your product and helping those users see the benefits of purchasing, because no one's going to purchase something they don't see any benefits in. Then you also have problem-solving skills. You're going to need to be able to identify customer pain points, things that they're struggling with right now, and help present solutions that will help them address or remove that pain point from their life. And so for these, strong analytical thinking, creativity are really valuable for addressing unique client challenges. No two clients are alike. So understanding, hey, what works for one person might not work for another, and understanding what do they need exactly for that specific challenge is really crucial. Then interpersonal skills. A large part of your job is building rapport with clients, understanding their needs, maintaining those relationships. People want to buy from people that they trust and like. So really good emotional intelligence and active listening can help make sure you're better serving your customers. Also, project management. Sales engineers are often juggling many different clients, many different projects simultaneously. So time management, organization, attention to detail are all vital to making sure you can do this on a long time scale. And also make sure you're not spending a lot of your time kind of playing catch up on things you missed. And then finally, something that I think is really, really critical is adaptability. Even the past 2 years, the market for technology has changed dramatically with the introduction of AI, and I'm sure in another 2 years, it's going to transform dramatically again. So being able to quickly learn and adapt to new tools, trends, customer demands is really essential to making sure you're still going to be a relevant sales engineer 5 years down the line. So now, finally, I want to talk about how you can prepare for a sales engineering interview and hopefully get the job. Obviously, assuming you have all those different skills I laid out before. And I kind of have this up on the screen from the other side of it, what sales engineering hirers are looking for. So they're looking for people that are technical expertise, that have problem-solving capabilities, that can think on the fly, soft skills, being able to communicate and have good interpersonal skills, having qualifications. If you don't have an engineering degree, think about getting some different certifications, some different online courses so you can say, hey, I actually am familiar with this and I have worked with these. And then also developing projects that you might have worked on. For example, like I developed a Python script that just scraped Reddit, looked at, or Wall Street Bets, looked at what what tickers were being talked about most commonly, and then investing in and this is on paper trading, but creating just a model-based trading algorithm, doing a terrible job explaining it, but really any kind of project you can point to that just brings in relevant skills that are relevant to the product you're going to be working with is really crucial. But in terms of actual prep for an interview, things that you're going to want to do, kind of a step-by-step guide, is number one, research the company and product. Understand what the heck the company's products and services do, their market position, competitors. Familiarize yourself with those technical details of the product, potential customer pain points, what problem this product might be solving, so that when you're in the interview, you can really identify with, hey, I already know what you guys are trying to sell, and this is how I would sell it, and showcase that you will be a valuable member of the team because you know how to get customers to buy into the vision of your product. And then kind of in tandem with this is practical technical demonstrations. Be ready to showcase a demo or provide a technical explanation during the interview. And this is where having a project that you can kind of walk through and demo, where you know it really cold and you can give a really good demo, is great, because instead of giving a subpar demo with the new product, you can actually showcase your demo skills with something that you know inside and out. If obviously not every company is going to let you do that, but I found most companies will be very amenable to having you showcase a demo of a product that you've either worked with or a project you've built. Then also anticipate common questions. Things like, how would you explain your product to a non-technical audience, or describe a time you solved a customer's problem using technical expertise, or how would you handle pushback from clients during the sales process. Make sure you have, I would say, like 4 or 5 stories of your working career of when you've overcome challenges or solved a really complex issue or dealt with a really difficult customer that you can talk about during the interviews, that the stories really well, so you can highlight some of the skills that you've used actually on the job to do your role better. And then prepare for role play scenarios. So as you're anticipating common questions, also interviewers are a lot of times going to ask you to simulate a customer meeting, or they're going to act as a customer and you're going to have to try and do some discovery. So practice adapting your language and approach to various client personas, because different people at the company might take on different, like, hey, one's a manager, this is a data engineer that's working day to day. And understanding how you can sell to those different user personas, because you're going to sell to a C-suite user way different than you're going to sell to a data engineer, and understand how you can kind of code switch and change the language you're using depending on the person you're talking to. And then finally, showcase your interpersonal skills. Really emphasize your ability to build relationships, customer first approach, and demonstrating enthusiasm and confidence is crucial. It's really where I think is the most crucial part of being a sales engineer, is being excited about the product you're selling, because that comes off to customers. And so if they know that you're excited about this cool new tool that's going to transform their lives, they're going to be a lot more excited to buy than if you're just showing up, reading through a script, and don't really have a clear understanding of what their needs are, or who they are as a person. You need to understand and build relationships with these customers to really be an effective sales engineer. And that is really all I had to show today. I just kind of wanted to make a quick guide, because it's something I do every day, but I've never made a video about it on this channel. So if you're interested in this and more videos on kind of sales engineering, let me know in the comments below. Would love to make some more, but I also don't want to waste y'all's time if you don't think this is super useful. So above all else, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Data Guy out.